The two are samples, which thank God, because I am not a fan of this DNA. I do not like it. Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. What is up? My name is Dia. Thank you so much for joining us for today's video. Okay, so in the perfume world, I genuinely do believe that one of the fragrance houses that has been very influential and innovative with their scents has to be Kayali. Now, I'm sure that they're not the first to do certain scent profiles, but they have certainly been the ones to like popularize them, and they have been so influential in the sense that they have no, let me not use that word. They have caused so many other perfume houses, especially in the Middle Eastern world, to come up with your own versions. Now, I can think of Yum Pistachio Gelato, for instance. I cannot count the number of inspired fragrances of that particular perfume that we have at this point. But that's just by the way. So, one of the perfume houses that has been on Kayali's neck, that has been on her heel, okay, has to be Paris Corner. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me not comment on it. So what we're going to be doing in today's video, I'm basically going to be talking about 4 fragrances by Paris Corner that are inspired by Kayali perfume. So I'm going to be telling you whether or not Paris Corner was able to duplicate the DNA of those original fragrances. Now, if this sounds like something you might be interested in, please stick around and keep on watching. Okay, the first 2 fragrances we're going to be talking about is Marshmallow Blush and Yum Boujee Marshmallow. Now, this is actually one of Paris Corner's latest release, and from what I've heard, this is a bestseller because it's always selling out. I think if you go on their website right now, this is currently sold out. I could be wrong about that, but a lot of people like this one. The packaging, listen, the bottle is very cute. It's juvenile, but it's very cute. I feel the same way about the packaging. This is really nice. This is really nice. So it's kind of like a gift box, like my descriptions are very bad. When you pull this out, the fragrance lies right in here. The presentation is really nice. It's cute. I like the color story, but this is very cute, but it is juvenile. Marshmallow Blush, this is a fluffy strawberry scent. I do pick up on some tartness in the opening and even all the way to the dry down, and on my skin in the very total dry down, I pick up on a coconut scent note, like an almost toasted coconut scent note. The interesting thing, however, is that it's not listed as one of the scent notes on their website, so I don't know what that's about, but I pick up on that in the very total dry down. Now the question is, does this one smell like Yum Boujee Marshmallow? The answer is yes, but there are some subtle differences. Marshmallow Blush does have the Yum Boujee Marshmallow DNA, but I do feel like this is fluffier, it's creamier. It's, you know, the fluffy strawberry scent, but this is fluffier, it's creamier. I don't pick up so much on that tartness in here, and I don't pick up on that coconut scent note as well. So when it comes to like the scent, that is basically the difference between these 2 fragrances. But with the performance, this one, Marshmallow Blush, it projects a lot more than Yum Boujee Marshmallow, and it is also longer lasting. Now I would say um although Marshmallow Blush, yeah, this one performs better, but I do prefer the Yum Boujee Marshmallow. I prefer this blend to Marshmallow Blush. It's just fluffier, it's creamier. I don't know, there's just something that is more girly, more pink, more feminine about this one than Marshmallow Blush. Oh, I keep turning the, yeah. I prefer this blend, and I do feel like although it doesn't project as much as this one, the inspired fragrance, this one, the longer it sits on your skin, the warmer it gets, the sweeter it gets, the, you know, the more the scent comes through. So I don't know, I prefer this blend a little better than I do Marshmallow Blush. But this is a very good alternative to this, because, you know, Yum Boujee Marshmallow, she's pricey, it's expensive. So yes, if you wanted Yum Boujee Marshmallow but it's a little pricey, this Marshmallow Blush is a very good alternative. It's more affordable, it projects a lot more, and it's also more, it's longer lasting. I don't know why I keep saying it. I don't know, man. But yeah, that is basically it for these two. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next two we're going to be talking about is Khair Confection and Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. Of course, we're gonna start with Confection. Now, Confection, this is a, oh goodness, let me talk about the bottle first. The bottle is so pretty. I love the color scheme. Listen, this is a beautiful bottle. Okay, this is probably one of the bottles that I will keep after the fragrance is finished, just because I like the color of it. But yes, let's move on to the juice. Confection, this is a sweet, fruity, tart pear scent. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's playful, it's almost juvenile. It's really nice. Now in the opening, I get a little bit of bubblegumminess from that marshmallow, but that doesn't stay for too long. Like, it goes away in the very total dry down. It really dries down into something sweet, fruity, and slightly tart. Now, does this smell like the OG? The answer is yes, but once again, there's just like a subtle difference. Now, this is also a sweet, fruity, tart pear scent, but in here there's a little bit more of that bubblegum marshmallow that, you know, disappears from this one after some time. But the DNA, this is such a spot on DNA in my opinion. They're nice, and of course Confection, this is also slightly stronger. Like, it projects a little bit more than Vanilla Rock Candy Sugar, and it's also long lasting. Oh my god, this fragrance, when I first got it, I sprayed some on my arm because I was testing it out. I could smell it the next morning when I woke up. Okay, this fragrance is long lasting and it's strong. I like it. In fact, I'm gonna talk about another perfume house that has like really pinned down the what is it called, Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar DNA, and that is Sand and Fog, their perfume oil in vanilla sugar. Oh my god, the first time I tried this on, like, I applied it like behind my ears. This reminded me of a fragrance by Zara called Sultry Pear, and Sultry Pear is inspired by La Belle. Personally, in my opinion, I feel like that one smelled a lot more like La Belle Le Parfum and not the original, because the original has like a certain freshness to it, but it smells like La Belle. So when I tried vanilla sugar for the first time, it reminded me so much of Sultry Pear, and I was a little surprised because this is supposed to be inspired by Kayali's Candy Rock Sugar as well. And so I went online. I was wondering whether there were like some similarities between Kayali's fragrance and the La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and I did find some results, and people have seen like some similarities, you know, between those two fragrances. So I do feel like if you enjoy the La Belle DNA, there's a high chance that you're gonna like Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar if you're looking for like a really sweet fruity tart like pear scent, and you're absolutely going to love Confection as well. Except I don't know, this one, like the OG, I liked this one, but I personally, I don't like it enough to like get a full bottle. Plus, I mean, I have this one and I have this oil as well, so honestly there's practically no need. So the long and short of it all is that Confection is an almost very spot on dupe for Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. So, you know, if you cannot afford this one, again, it's a little pricey, get your hands on this one. The next two fragrances we're going to be talking about is Paris Corner's December Vanilla and Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli, and the two are samples, which thank God, because I am not a fan of this DNA. I do not like it. Let's start with Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli, and then talk about whether or not it is similar to December Vanilla. So for this particular one, I'm going to read the notes to you guys. We have Vanilla Syrup Absolute, Golden Rum, Creme Brulee, Brown Sugar, Royal Oud, and Sugared Patchouli. The first time I tried this fragrance, I was getting something smoky, woody, spicy, ambery with like a mixture of like a very faint, sweet, woody vanilla. There was something about this fragrance that reminded me so much of what is it called, By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. It's kind of like that mixed with like vanilla. But yeah, now however, like I tested this out earlier today, you can see that I've used a little bit of that. I no longer get like the smokiness from it. I do still get like that woody spicy ambriness, that sweetened patchouli almost. And the patchouli here, it smells warm. It has like a certain almost like an earthy fishiness to it. I don't know, listen, personally, personally, I do not like this one very much. I would say that this is a very complex blend. If you are looking for like a vanilla that is not, you know, it's not juvenile, it's very grown, it's complex, it's not, it's very very unique, I think that you might be into this particular DNA. Now, does December vanilla smell like vanilla, what is it called, Royale sugar patchouli? The answer is yes. I do find that however in this particular fragrance, the woodiness, the spiciness, and that patchouli is toned down a little bit, well, relatively, and the sweetness is turned up a little bit more. Like this one is a lot sweeter than the OG. It's a lot sweeter than the OG. And it's less, I still get that almost earthy fishiness in here as well, and a little that patchouli and the oud and the wood. But if we are comparing the two, which we are, it's a lot, it's toned down a lot in this one. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm just talking in circles. But yes, the two of them, honestly, of the two, I'll say that the December vanilla is a relatively safer option. But definitely for the both of them, before you commit to a full bottle, I would highly recommend sampling. So either get a sample. This one I got it in like this 4-in-1 sample by Aroma Concepts, which was a very good idea because I actually don't mind this one. This one I actually like, and I do find that if I mix it with like other sweet, like vanilla scents, I would like it a little bit more. This one, however, I don't like it very much. The vanilla in here for me is not a lot. I don't pick up on that creme brulee. It just smells like this woody, spicy, woody, almost earthy, fishy patchouli on my skin. I don't like it very much, but I do know that a lot of people like this, and I can see why. Like, it's a complex blend, and if you're looking for a gourmand type of vanilla, you're not getting that with either one of these fragrances. But to be fair, this one is sweeter than the OG. So yeah, this one has the OG's DNA, but they have toned down like the spices and a little bit of that wood and the patchouli, and they added like more vanilla. It's like it's sweeter than the OG, basically. But yes, I'm gonna stop talking about these two now. Personally, they're not for me, but like I said already, if you're looking for like a complex, mature, woody, spicy patchouli vanilla scent, I think you'll like the both of them, perhaps. But definitely sample. Yeah. And the last fragrances we're going to be talking about is Khair, Felicity, and Kayali's The Wedding Silk Santal. Now, I've spoken about this fragrance already on my channel. I did a first impression, and I also did like somewhat of like a follow-up video where I was recommending this particular fragrance as I think I did like a sophistication in a bottle. That was like the tag for that particular video. Let's start off with the Wedding Silk Santal, and this one has like the notes at the back of the bottle. This is so pretty. Oh, by the way, I got myself like the smaller size of this particular one because, first of all, I actually bought this because I wanted to do the comparison between the two fragrances, but I loved how this one performed on my skin that I went and I got myself the bigger bottle for my birthday. But yes, so I'm gonna be using this one because, as you can see, I have used up this particular bottle. So I'm gonna read the notes to you guys. I don't think that you necessarily need them, but anyway, so in here we have sparkling champagne, white freesia, pink praline, lush nectarine, sandalwood, and sugared musk. This particular fragrance, is so beautiful. It's a light airy fragrance. Is really juicy. It opens up with this almost floral grassy scent that is very reminiscent of like a nail polish remover. But anyway, that goes away and it dries down into something sweet, juicy, bright, slightly floral. It's almost like more fruity than it is floral in my opinion. It's really juicy. It's really, really juicy. Now, the question is, was Paris Corner able to capture that DNA in Felicity? The very short answer is yes. Oh my god. The more that this macerates, the more that I see just how much they duplicated that scent in this particular bottle. Listen, this is expensive. This is expensive. So if you cannot get this one, just get your hands on this one. You're basically getting that scent in the bottle. This is a very, very, very close dupe to the original. Hey, this fragrance, this one opens with that grassy scent. You know the grassy scent in the Wedding Silk Santal that almost smells like nail polish remover? Yes, it has like that grassy scent in the opening, but it dries down into something sweet floral, like a sweet vanilla floral. Now, the first time I tried this fragrance, like my very first impression of it, the vanilla in here reminded me so much of the vanilla in Athena. I remember I spoke about that in my first impressions video. It like the vanilla in here is like sticky sweet at the base. In the very total dry down, what I personally get is that sweet floral blend, like a sweet floral almost gourmand, because of that vanilla, that sweet sticky vanilla that reminds me of the vanilla in Athena. Now, this is where like I see like the differences between these two fragrances. Now, the vanilla in the Wedding Silk Santal, this is more juicy. It's more juicy. It's almost like a fruity, juicy vanilla. And I absolutely love how this performs on skin. Now, on my skin, as this fades away, it really dries down into this really juicy, sensual vanilla. I absolutely love that. So this one, the main difference between these two fragrances is really that vanilla. Here is more juicy, and in here the vanilla is a lot more sticky sweet, like an almost more gourmandy type of vanilla in Felicity. I would say that overall I do prefer Felicity's blend a little bit more than I do the Wedding Silk Santal. This might be a little confusing. Now, I like how this one performs on skin over time. But I like how this one smells. The smell is more consistent. I like how it smells on my skin and on my clothes. It doesn't necessarily change over time. Like the smell is still the same. I really get that sweet floral, you know, gourmandy scent, like in the very, very total dry down. But this one, I like how it performs on skin, but I don't necessarily like how it smells on my clothes after some time, because I find that the grassiness, like the nail polish remover, it kind of doesn't completely go away. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that would change the more that the fragrance macerates, and I plan to let it macerate, you know, because it's just a little pricey. And I do have this one, but this one I really like. I really like what it smells like from the initial spray and what it smells like on my clothes, on my skin. I like it. I like it because the vanilla in here is more sticky sweet. Does that make sense? All right, so another thing that I picked up as a difference between these two fragrances is that now this is a light, airy, juicy scent, right? It's light, it's airy. Personally, I think that I might not, maybe my nose has not really, it's not yet like familiar with the champagne notes in fragrances. This is not particularly champagne-y to me. It's bright, it's very bright, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's bright, but I don't necessarily get champagne from it. But anyway, what was I going with this? All right, this is a light, juicy, airy blend. This, on the other hand, in my opinion, I wouldn't necessarily describe it as completely airy. I do feel like this, like Felicity has a little bit of like a density to her. Like the more she stays on your skin, like the more she warms up on your skin, the slightly denser she get. Also, the vanilla in here is slightly sticky, like it's a sticky sweet vanilla, right? And with that floral, that grassiness, I don't know, I feel like it has a little depth to it, like it's a little dense. It's relatively denser than this one, which is more of like a juicy, sweet, light, airy, almost like fruitier, fruity, okay, should I say fruity floral version of this one. But this one really gives me sweet floral gourmand. Does that make sense? But like at the end of the day, it's a very, very subtle difference. It's a very subtle difference. Apart from that, these are practically the same. Practically the same. If you cannot get your hands on this one, go ahead and get your hands on this one. You're basically getting the exact same scent. I might even say slightly a little better, especially if you are like more of like a gourmand girl and you like a sweeter gourmand type vanilla. You would absolutely love the blend in here. And this also projects a lot more than this one does. It's a lot stronger. It's not this is also not a beast mode fragrance, but it has like a little bit more projection than this one. Well, I would say they are almost the same, but this is slightly stronger than the original, and it's also longer lasting on clothes. But I do find that the both of them are longer lasting on me personally. But this one is slightly, it's not even that it's longer lasting. They're both long lasting in my opinion, but this one just projects a lot more than this one. If you smell this one, you've practically smelled this one. They're not exactly the same. Like I said, there are some very subtle differences. But this is pricey. This is pricey, and this is more affordable, and you get a lot more juice. It projects a lot more, and is longer lasting than this one. They're both long lasting, honestly. Though I know that a lot of people people do tend to say that Kayali's fragrances doesn't last on them. I've never had that issue before. Like all of her fragrances last long on me, especially that vanilla 28. By God. Oh yeah, and what's the name? Vanilla candy rock sugar as well. That one too is now, all of them are long lasting on my skin. So I don't know, maybe it's like a body chemistry thing, but je sais pas. Alright, that is basically it for this particular video. Now I do know that Paris Corner has like other inspired fragrances by Kayali. The ones I know they have like the pistachio version, they have like the lychee one as well. Which other one did they have? I don't quite remember. But personally, I wasn't like the hugest fan of the OGs anyway. I didn't like the Eden sparkling apple. I wasn't a big fan of like the Eden sparkling lychee as well. It just had like this medicinalness to it. Anyway, basically I like the ones that I have. I'm gonna keep them. They're very, very close dupes to the original and more affordable alternatives. Anyway, I feel like I'm talking plenty at this point. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for your support. I am so grateful you know, for watching and liking and commenting on my videos. This little perfume enthusiast is very, very grateful and appreciative of all of your support. But yes, thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.